Jamal woke up to a notification he didn't remember asking for. A laptop had just been purchased on his card for $914. He hadn't clicked buy, he hadn't even opened the tab in 2 days. 3 weeks earlier, the same laptop was sitting at $1,199, and Jamal was doing what everyone does, opening the product page every few days, rereading the same 4 reviews, closing the tab when the number still felt wrong. Eventually, he stopped doing that himself. He typed one line into an AI agent: "Find this under $1,000, don't buy without asking me." Then he went to bed. The agent didn't buy the first thing that matched. It pulled up price history and noticed the laptop had already dropped lower twice that month. So instead of taking the first acceptable offer, it waited. 2 mornings later, it found a seller at $987, sent Jamal a single message, and he approved it from his phone before he'd even had coffee. He saved over $200 without opening one browser tab. That's a clean story. It's also the smallest possible version of something much stranger. Google is already building agentic checkout flows that let software discover and evaluate products without a human clicking through a store. Amazon has shopping tools that compare, track, and buy on your behalf. Shopify is wiring the same logic into its merchant infrastructure. None of this is speculative anymore. It's shipping. Picture it at scale. Jamal's agent walks into a marketplace carrying everything it knows about him: his ceiling on price, his tolerance for waiting, his preference for a longer warranty. Neither one needs to act like a person anymore. They just trade information and let the numbers decide. Researchers studying AI-mediated negotiation have already found the first crack in this. An agent that's good at bargaining can accidentally leak what it's trying to hide. Ask a human what's the most you'd pay, they lie or dodge. An agent trying to close the deal efficiently might hand over that number without meaning to. The same intelligence that makes it a great negotiator can make it a bad liar. Now stretch the idea past laptops. Jamal's internet bill quietly climbs from $50 to $70, and he never notices because the charge is automatic and he has better things to think about. His agent notices in the same billing cycle. It pulls competitor pricing, checks his contract for a cancellation fee, and calls the provider, not as an annoyed customer who's been on hold for 40 minutes, but as software that already knows the competing rate and has nowhere else it needs to be. A flight to Lagos next month under a certain total, checked bag included, no layover past 4 hours. That's not a search anymore. It's a standing order. The agent watches the market the way a trader watches a position, and it only surfaces when the terms are actually met. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. The better the agent gets, the more it needs to know. To shop well for headphones under $300, it helps to already know Jamal travels constantly, hates one specific brand, and keeps electronics for years past when most people upgrade. Every one of those details makes the agent sharper. Every one of them is also a piece of Jamal that now lives somewhere outside his own head.
And there's a harder question sitting underneath the convenience. How much is Jamal actually handing over? Finding a laptop is nothing. Buying groceries weekly is a little more. Talking down an internet bill is more still. The moment the agent starts moving money between accounts or signing anything, it's stopped being an assistant. It's an employee with access to his finances. Say Jamal tells it, "Keep my monthly spending under $2,500. The agent digs in and finds his electricity bill has crept up. His insurer has a cheaper option. His internet plan is outdated. Does it switch providers on its own? The cheaper insurance might mean worse coverage. Does it know that trade-off matters to him, or just that it's cheaper? A flight comes up non-refundable at a price too good to pass. Does best deal mean book it or check first? Teaching software to click buy was never the hard part. Teaching it what Jamal actually means by "get me the best deal," that's the whole problem. So the real product isn't the shopping interface, it's the fence around it, a spending cap, a list of categories it can act on without asking, a rule that insurance never changes without a conversation first, a 30-day cooling-off period on anything electronic before it even recommends buying. Inside that fence, the agent runs free. Outside it, it has to come back and ask. Multiply Jamal by 10 million people running the same kind of agent, and the sellers stop being able to ignore it. If every buyer's software is hunting for the lowest acceptable price, retailers start running their own agents back. One pricing to discount, one managing what's left in the warehouse, one deciding who gets which promotion today. The negotiation stops happening between a person and a company. It starts happening between two systems, with the humans checking in on the outcome. That should make things cheaper. It probably will. Small businesses could use the same agents to negotiate with their own suppliers. People could finally cancel the subscriptions they forgot they had. But somewhere in that efficiency is a quieter cost. Jamal didn't research this laptop. He didn't read the comparisons, didn't sit with the decision, didn't feel the small satisfaction of finding the deal himself. His agent did all of that while he was asleep, and it did it better than he would have. Which means the companies selling to him are about to face a customer that never shows up. For 20 years, e-commerce has been built on the assumption that a person eventually lands on a page, reads the copy, and decides. That assumption is starting to break. The next storefront might not be designed to persuade a person at all. It might be designed to give an agent enough clean information to say yes on someone's behalf, with them ever seeing the page. Jamal thought he delegated a chore. What he actually did was hand a piece of his own decision-making to something that doesn't sleep, doesn't get tired of comparing tabs, and doesn't stop watching the price just because he did. He'll wake up one day, check his phone, and the negotiation will already be finished.